Okay, my name's Simon, and in this video I'm going to be giving you lesson 23, or we're going to be doing lesson 23. So, this lesson's actually a little bit different, whereas all the others I teach you something and we do that. This one I'm going to be teaching you some leftovers if you want, because if you look at it, we've done all of the looks, all of the sounds, and almost all of the motion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up, and we're going to do the last things which we haven't done in motion, which are these two. So if on edge bounce, set rotation style, point towards mouse pointer, and point in direction 90 degrees. So I know we've used this in the past, but I've never actually done a lesson on it. So what I'll do is let's do those. So first of all, let's start with point in direction 90 degrees. This is self-explanatory really. If I go, what you could do, just points in direction. It's like the set X, set Y, go to, and I could type a number in here. So if I do 50, points 50 degrees, which is up there. So I can't really say much more than this. If you've been doing the lessons up to here in Scratch, then there isn't anything more I can say really. You've done it all, and chances are with either your own experimentation or some other way you've already used this. So anyway, let's delete that. Let's go to point towards mouse pointer. So let's get a when green flag is clicked, repeat forever. So if I do this, quite simply, the cat points towards the mouse pointer. So again, nothing more to it in that mode at least. But if I create a new sprite, let's say ball, and I can get it or point towards ball. So when I click play, it points towards ball wherever the ball is. So if I very quickly just put a left and right, move left and right in here. So left arrow and right arrow, did it the other way around actually. Move 10 steps, move negative 10 steps. You can see as I move, oh, put that the wrong way round, but the cat faces the ball. So that is it for the point towards. But something which is really quite cool with it, if I delete this ball, I click point towards mouse pointer, I put a move 10 steps underneath it, the cat moves. Don't know if you can see that in the video, my light's flickering. Weird. Okay, but the cat moves towards the mouse pointer. When it gets on the mouse pointer, it acts a little bit weird, because it moves 10 steps and then exactly 180 degrees, the mouse pointer is the other way, so it acts a bit weird like this. But anyway, so as long as you keep the mouse pointer not exactly on the cat, it acts normal. Okay, so there we go. So the next one we're doing is going to be if on edge bounce. So let's delete these and duplicate them. If I put a if on edge bounce under a move 10 steps, then what it does, let's point in 90 degrees, is it just bounces left and right. But the cool thing about this is if I rotate the cat, you could see that it bounces all over the screen. So if there's something like collect a coin or run away for something which you're doing in a game, this is a very good way to do it, because it just, if it's on the edge, it bounces. So that is it. There's not much more to it. So let's point 90 degrees and stop that. So the next thing I'm going to show you is set rotation style. So if I keep this, at the moment actually you can see it's set to left right. So that means that instead of it rotating, and before it was flipping upside down when it hit the edge, now it just flips over like that. So that's the left right rotation style. And if you click there, there's 3 more. So the one we're used to is all around, so it does this. But there's another one which I imagine you all know what it is. It's don't rotate. So that just keeps the cat like this. So to be honest, the only reason you'd use this is if you want to do something like point towards mouse pointer, or like if on edge bounce. So that, because to be perfectly honest with you, once you get into more advanced Scratch coding, you don't really worry about the rotation style. It's quite funny actually. Okay, but anyway, we stop these. Then we are on to actually the last thing. So if we go over to Control, we've done most of these, got a few more to go here, and Stop All. If we bring that out, the stop block is the best way of calling it. So I've actually used this in one of my previous challenges, I think lesson 19 I think, but that, or either way, so that is going to stop everything. So if I guess when space key is pressed and if I click this, actually let's remove the mouse pointer and put if on edge bounce. So as you can see, it keeps playing, and as soon as I hit space key, it stops. So if I click this again, it stops. So then what I can do rather is because at the moment it stops and there's nothing underneath it. But if I click that arrow key, so I couldn't remember the name, there's this script and other sprites, or other scripts in this sprite. So if I go to other scripts in this sprite, as you can see, there's now a I can't remember its name, the nub thing, that little nub at the bottom, the connector. So now I could connect, let's say, this block underneath it. So if I click play, what it does is it bounces around, and as soon as I hit space, actually you can't see it point towards the mouse pointer because it's on don't rotate. Let's just go all around. But as you can see, what it does is it goes round here. As soon as I hit space, stops all other scripts and it continues on. So the only other thing is if I put it in a situation like this, what it will do is it will stop the other script immediately. So it'd keep pointing towards me, but this would stop. So be for good or for bad. But the final one is stop other scripts in this sprite. Oh, sorry. Actually, that's a bit weird. Oh, that's because I got something connected to the bottom of it. Sorry. So if I remove that, I have other scripts in this sprite, which we were just doing, and this script. So again, like the stop all, it has a no connector on the bottom, because that means that it's going to stop whichever script it's playing. So to be honest, you won't really find a good chance to use this exact one until we move to slightly more into the future. So I think it's going to be in about 4, 5, maybe 6 lessons time we'll start using this a bit more. But that's what this one does. It's quite hard to explain with what we already know, but as I said, we'd use this one more in the future. So that is it for this lesson. It was a bit of a weird one, learnt quite a bit. So just to recap, we did the if on edge bounce, which bounced it off the edges, the set rotation style, so we had all around, don't rotate, and left and right, which flipped it, point towards, so that was mouse pointer or other sprites, and we had point in direction, so remember that's like the set X and Y but for direction, so for example 90 degrees, just faces the cat that way. And then finally we did the stop block, so that's this script, other scripts in this sprite, and all. So that is it for this lesson, and I will see you in the next one.